180. I choked back a sob of relief. George was out looking for you when Ruby and I left. How? How did you find me? Ruby saw which way you're running, says Ivan, and don't forget that gorillas and elephants have great noses, Bob. Maybe not dog level, but not bad. We followed your stink, Uncle Bob, Ruby exclaims. When we reach the far side, I see where Ivan has deposited our fellow inmates. The parking lot of a donut shop. The lights inside are off like everywhere else, but I glimpse a few flickering candles and people are milling about. Come on, everybody, Ivan calls. Let's get you inside. I'm hoping these folks won't mind a bit of company. As we gather at the entrance, pauses. I'm gonna head out, she says, avoiding my gaze. What? I demand. I just found you. You can't leave now. She hesitates. The puppy. Thought maybe I'd check. I mean, I know he's probably gone. She looks at the muddy pavement. It's crazy, I know. Yes, I said firmly. It is crazy. Besides, you're too weak. Your paw is injured. My voice grows urgent. Think about it, boss. What are the odds he is stranded in a car and is waiting for you? Who knows where he is by now? Yeah, she looks defeated. I suppose you're right. What's wrong, Bob? Ivan asked. My sister. Whoa, wait. That is your sister, Uncle Bob? Ruby interrupts, turning to Boss. That means you're my aunt? Boss has a puppy, I explain, stuck in a car near the bridge. I point with my nose. Ivan doesn't know his way around town the way I do. That way, not far. She wants to try to find him, but, well, he's probably gone by now. I know my words are harsh, but I'm trying to protect Boss. No way that puppy is still alive. Ivan strokes his chin. Why don't we get everyone settled inside, he suggests, then we can figure this out. Never mind, Boss says. Bob's right. It's nuts. Way too dangerous and probably too late. She takes a deep breath. He's not exactly the first pup I've lost. I'd think I'd be used to it by now, wouldn't you? I don't know what to say. I want to make her pain go away, but what can I do? I'm not bigger than bosses and certainly no smarter. And I've got my own problems. My bruised nose, my aching foot, my angry stomach. Look out for numero uno. That's my motto for reasons. It's keeping me alive. It's kept me alive this long. Then, to my surprise, some fool blurts, I'll go find him. And apparently it's me. Yay. Well, we'll go, Ivan says. Yay. More swimming, Ruby cries. It's not safe, Ruby, I say. You have to stay here. I promise Aquilo I'd watch out for you. I made it this far, she says, donning her elephant pout face. Ivan and I sigh. It's exhausting, all this responsibility, this worry, this love. Promise to stay close, I ask. She holds up her trunk. Elephant's honor. 'Cause Aquilo will make dog soup out of me if anything happens to you. Yuck, Ruby giggles. How did you know I can almost do some did Hey, did you know I can almost do a somersault in the water, Uncle Bob? Ivan taps politely on the door of the donut shop, but even a polite knock from a gorilla sounds like a visit from a wrecking ball. The door opens a crack. I think 2 or 3 people may have fainted, but we can't stay to find out. I hop off Ivan's shoulder and the three of us head off. I glance behind me to see Boss standing on the pavement watching us. In the darkness and rain, I can read her eyes, but I'd like to think there's hope in them. Traffic stops. We slog up a slight hill and around a corner. The traffic lights are out and nobody seems to be on the streets. That is, until we cut through a stand of palm trees and come across some police officers in a slow moving squad car. Its blue and red lights are circling. Attention, one of the officers announced over the loudspeaker. This area is under mandatory evacuation. Do not enter. The announcement stops, and so does the car. Uh-oh, says Ruby. I think they spotted us, I say. We're kind of hard to miss, Ivan points out. The car moves closer, so close that I can see dropped jaws and bulging eyes. The car brakes to a stop. The driver's side door flies open and one of the officers jump out. The other officer, skinny guy, follows suit, but he looks annoyed. What are you doing? He says. Don't be a hero. We could have stayed in the car where it's safe. I am looking, says the driver, into the radio receiver, at a gorilla and an elephant, and a gorilla has a tiny dog on his shoulder, and no, I have not been drinking. He said the park got hit by a tornado, says the skinny officer, carefully aiming his pistol. We can't exactly shoot a gorilla, the driver says, and I like the way she's thinking. Try me. What? What's his crime exactly? Jaywalking? Thing is, as I love elephants, says the driver, my daughter collects stuffed elephants. I mean, stuffed toys, not stuffed real ones. She listens to her radio for a moment. Get animal control out here, says the skinny officer. You get a van, get a moving truck, get a 747. I don't care. Ivan, I whisper in his ear, this is not looking good. You and Ruby ought to stay put. Don't make any sudden moves. No funny business, okay? These guys are freaking out. Ivan sits down on the ground slowly, very slowly. Ruby settles next to him. The driver smiles. Aw, that's cute. Skinny officer nods. Yeah, in a deadly kind of way. Gotta do this, I say to my friends. If you stay calm, they won't mess with you. But Bob, worry clouds Ivan's face. You need us. What I need is for you to stay alive, I reply. I can see he isn't going to listen to reason, so I try to say a different approach. Ivan, I say, it's like this. Boss is my sister. I let her down once. Well, I have a second chance. I'll explain it all later. But I need to do this. Ivan looks at the officers, guns drawn, and then nods. You're the one and only Bob, he says. You got this, pal. I leap into the air, into the vast unknown, just like Kimu did. Well, maybe not quite so elegantly, but I do my best. Lightning and fireworks. It isn't far to the bridge, but far is relative when the wind is blowing down houses like a big bad wolf. I watch a stop sign fly past. I navigate across the trees, scatter like popsicle sticks. I keep an eye out for gators and pythons. Lightning strikes a tree. I brace for the thunder. It shakes the earth and air and my teeth and my bones. A branch falls on a power line and sparks dance like fireworks. I hate fireworks. I move with more care after that. I know enough to stay away from down power lines thanks to the Weather Channel and storm chasers. Man, I love TV. I'd give anything to be watching it from my nice cozy bed about now. Good thing I know where the bridge is. My swollen nose throbs. What's the point of owning a top of the line sniffer if it's not working right? When I pass a bird's nest on the ground, I offer to help the owner, a jay. She swears at me. I think she does. I hear nuts and some other interesting words. I tend to forget that in some circles, dogs are considered predators. I wonder how Kimu and the others escapees are doing. One thing I know for sure, having been on the inside and the outside, is that way too much of the world ain't made for wild animals. How would a meerkat cross the highway? How would a panther face down a city block? How would a wolf survive an encounter with a gun? For that matter, what do I think I am playing hero? Not what was right. I'm soft. I'm slow. I'm not a street dog anymore. I'm pampered and a lazy pooch. I hear the rush of water, a different sound from the pouring rain, and out of nowhere, there it is, the creek. Boss mentioned that the car was nearer the bridge, but when I get closer, I remember that the officer at the shelter said the bridge had collapsed. And then I see it. A little car, a round top floating, caught in the lodged tree at the edge of the roaring creek, not far from the crumbled remains of the bridge. And on top of the car, even though it's completely impossible, a puppy waiting. And all I can think is, that dog is a nincompoop.